Anti-corruption comprises activities that oppose or inhibit corruption. Just as corruption takes many forms, anti-corruption efforts vary in scope and in strategy. A general distinction between preventive and reactive measures is sometimes drawn. In such frameworks, investigative authorities and their attempt to unveil corrupt practices will be considered reactive, while education on the negative impact of corruption or firm internal compliance programs are classified as the former. Citizens have the right to participate in decisions that affect public welfare, and such participation is an instrumental driver of democratic and socio-economic change and a fundamental way to empower citizens. That's why the strategic objective 1 of the 2021 to 2025 EFCC strategic plan clearly advocated for increase in public engagement in the fight against economic and financial crimes. My name is Aisha Muhammad. Hello and thank you for joining us on another episode of Taika. The importance of traditional rulers in our society cannot be overemphasized. A study has shown that traditional leaders have the potentials with which they can contribute in reducing the excess of corruption at local levels and the entire country. The study concludes that there is a need to incorporate traditional leaders in the fight against corruption by assigning roles to them. For this reason, the EFCC went seeking for royal support from traditional rulers across the country. Abbas Abubakar Umar tells us more.
The Sultan of Sokoto and President General of the Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs in Nigeria, His Eminence Saad Abubakar, and Emir of Ilorin, Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, have expressed support for the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) in its crusade against economic and financial crimes and other acts of corruption. They stated this separately in Sokoto State and Ilorin Kwara State while playing host to top leaders of the EFCC. While Gambari spoke in Ilorin in his palace when the executive chairman of the EFCC, Ola Olukoide, paid him a courtesy call, Abubakar spoke in Sokoto while receiving a delegation led by the Sokoto Zonal Commander of the EFCC, Aliyu Yunusa, that also paid him a courtesy visit. Gambari, who stated that Kwara State is a home of peace, said he will not relent in his effort in supporting the EFCC and other law enforcement agencies in stamping out corruption and other forms of criminalities in Kwara State. He also pointed out that as traditional rulers, they will continue to play their roles in entrenching the peace for which the state is known by inculcating values of integrity, discipline, and honesty in the lives of their subjects, particularly in this modern time. Abubakar also assures that the door of the Sultanate will remain open to the EFCC as there exists in his domain a litany of literature written over 200 years ago addressing the problems of corruption, economic and financial crimes. Earlier in his speech, Olukoide called on traditional rulers across the country to deepen their partnership with the Commission in order to reduce corruption through adequate promotion of ethics, values and behavioral change among their subjects. He told the Emir that the cardinal focus of his anti-graft fight was anchored on 3 key policies. Continuing, he said that his anti-corruption drive will be guided strictly by the rule of law while opening up atmosphere for accountability and transparency in the country.
We are going to focus the anti-corruption war in order to create a enabling environment for financial discipline by way of preventive measures. I pledge to bring professionalism into whatever we do in the FCC. In our operational modalities, in the way our personnel do their work. We are not people who harm people, who harass people all over the place. No. what we are doing is that of economic crime. We call it white collar crime. It's more of brain and technology.
While thanking the Emir of Ilorin for his commitment to the cause of the EFCC since inception, Olukoyede used the occasion to intimate the Emir of the planned commissioning of the new office complex of the Ilorin Zonal Command of the EFCC.
A civil society organization is a group of people that operate in the community in a way that is distinct from both government and businesses. CSOs can be diverse in purpose, governance, structure, size, and serve as an important function in the society. CSOs can be community-based, village associations, environmental groups, women rights groups, farmers associations, faith-based organizations, labor union, and many more. It has been realized that there is higher success rate of anti-corruption initiatives when civil society partners with government and private sector actors to raise awareness to combat corruption. There is also a higher success rate when they combine to build integrity and design systematic ways to stamp out corruption. Furthermore, there is a growing evidence based on the impact that civil society-led anti-corruption efforts have had on indirectly reducing corruption and increased state responsiveness. Therefore, a strong partnership and sense of collective responsibility between civil society and government is vital to build strong democracies and reverse the negative effects of corruption. And that's why the EFCC is galvanizing the support in the anti-corruption fight by having interactive engagement with CSOs across the country. Ojo Chokutame Eche has the details of some of these engagements.
Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), Ola Olukoyede, has charged civil society organizations (CSOs) across the country to be more resolute and committed to the fight against economic and financial crimes and other acts of corruption. He gave the charge in Abuja at an interactive meeting with key leaders of CSOs in the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) held at the corporate headquarters of the EFCC. Olukoyede reminded the CSOs of the obligation and bound duties to the nation and the need to be more responsive to the need for accountability and support for anti-corruption initiatives. He stated that the CSOs are the eyes of the public, as the public is looking up to them to speak and act in their interest. The EFCC's boss further noted that most of the petitions coming to the EFCC and other anti-corruption bodies are always channeled through CSOs. He called on CSOs to join the EFCC in achieving its mandate of ridding the country of economic and financial crimes and other acts of corruption.
Moving forward, that we work together without the civil society clamp down on EFCC and ICC. Nothing like anti-corruption necessary in Nigeria. Trust me, that's true. Because I look at the petitions that come here. Most of the serious petitions we have now came from civil society. I mean, about 80% of serious petitions we have came from civil society. So, and so people do have, very serious civil society in Nigeria. Can you imagine what we can find towards our civilization?
In a response, Coordinator, Civil Society Legislative Advocacy, CISLAC, Awal Musa Rafsanjani, stated that the EFCC is a natural partner to any civil society organization that is serious and wants CSOs to desist from joining any fraudulent politician or system. He said any civil society that is supporting any fraudulent politician or any fraudulent system is not a civil society. Rafsanjani assured the EFCC of the continuous support of the CSOs and that they will always encourage the CSOs to do the right thing and pass any credible information they may have to the EFCC. In a related development, Executive Chairman of the EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, called on civil society organizations, CSOs in the Northwest, to join the Commission in driving its anti-corruption campaigns to the grassroots. He made the call in Sokoto at a one-day engagement parley between the EFCC and CSOs drawn from Kebbi, Zamfara, and Sokoto states. According to him, engagement with CSOs has become imperative in the quest of the EFCC to build synergy with different interest groups, and that the success story of the Commission cannot be told without the support and partnership of CSOs. The EFCC's boss, who spoke through the Sokoto Zonal Commander, Aliu Yunusa, noted that the essence of the engagement was to enjoin the participants, who are closer to the citizens, to spread the message of anti-corruption to the grassroots, using local dialects in preaching against the ills of corruption. On his part, head Public Interface Unit of the Commission, Tony Urilade, said the Commission placed greater emphasis on fraud prevention because it was cheaper and easier to prevent fraud occurrence than to manage it. He further rolled out the channels by which the stakeholders can reach out to the Commission for effective collaboration. Speaking in the same vein, the head of Enlightenment and Reorientation Unit of the Commission, Aisha Mohammed, enjoined the participants to support the Commission in driving the anti-corruption fight down to the grassroots, observing that the EFCC cannot be everywhere. She stated that with the support of stakeholders like the CSOs, the mandate of the Commission in ridding the corruption of all sorts of economic and financial crimes will be achievable. The chairman, Coalition for Non-Governmental Organizations, Bello Shehu Gwadabawa, thanked the Commission for coming up with such an engagement, noting that it will go a long way in building bridges with the Commission. He called on the Commission to continue with such collaboration and to continue opening its doors to the public, especially the CSOs, for interactions to enhance transparency and accountability. Ojo Chukutami Eche, reporting for The Eagle.
Yawwa Alhaji, yanzu ka zagaya ka ga motocin nan guda uku, kuma guda ukun kake so.
Guda uku nake so.
To sai maganan biya.
Yanzu biya da mu na zo da kuɗi na kashi don in biya ga wani ga Abbas.
Abbas ya dakata.
Saboda me?
Saboda akwai doka.
Wace doka ne wannan?
Sashen yaƙi da ayyukan magudi da mu'amala da kudaden haram, wato SCUMU, da ke karkashin hukumar EFCC. Ita ce tace duk mutum ɗaya in zai yi mu'amala na ciniki da wuce naira miliyan 5 sai a banki. In kamfani ne, ta haramta mu kamfani ya gudanar da harkan da ta wuce miliyan 10 in dai maganan kashi ne, sai dai a banki.
To da ban sani ba, amma yanzu da kai min bayani zan je banki in saka ma kuɗi in zo ɗauki motoci na.
Ba shi kenan yayi. Idan muka karya doka kuma za mu biya taron naira 250 cur akan kowane laifi. Bugu da ƙari a soke lasisin mu kwata-kwata. Idan dai kunne ya ji, gangan jiki ya tsira. Wannan sako ne daga hukumar EFCC.
Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, has called for wider media enlightenment of youth across the country on the effects of indulgence in internet fraud. He made the call in Abuja while receiving a delegation of Dar Communications PLC that came on a courtesy visit to the corporate headquarters of the EFCC in Jabi, Abuja. Again, Abbas Abubakar Omar is our guide on this.
Olukoyede, who decried the unsavory effects of youth's involvement in internet-related crimes, pointing out that the practice has become a menace in the society, called on the media to design programs aimed at enlightening youths on the evils of crime. The EFCC boss stressed that it is worrisome to know that about 7 out of 10 students today are involved in cybercrimes, but commended the management of Dar Communications on its commitment to broadcasting in Nigeria, which has impacted positively on the country. He also applauded the media outfit for its contributions to the enlightenment campaigns of the EFCC against corrupt practices, promising that the Commission will continue to partner with it in its continued public awareness against economic and financial crimes. Earlier in his presentation, Chief Executive Officer of Dar Communications PLC, Tony Akiotu, congratulated Olukoyede on his appointment as the executive chairman of the EFCC, describing him as a square peg in a square hole. He explained that his delegation came to the commission to offer friendship, goodwill and support. Akiotu also talked about the commitment of Dar Communication to corporate social responsibilities, stressing that they do a lot of CSR and this can be extended to government agencies like the EFCC. He used the occasion to present some of the upcoming programs of his outfit to the commission. Akiotu was accompanied on the visit by top echelons of Dar Communications PLC, including Managing Director of African Independent Television AIT, Tosin Dokpesi. Abbas Abubakar Umar reporting for the Eagle.
Philip, don't tell me you're still doing this yahoo thing, oh. This is cybercrime, for God's sake, and our law forbids it.
Jide, my man, wetin my pikin go do now? This is the only thing I know how to do. Look, I make plenty money from pressing these computers you see here.
Yes, you may be making millions, but our country is losing more than millions. You are killing the image of this country out there.
Shoo, guy. How am I killing image when all I do is use my brain to collect what I need?
Have you thought of how those you are defrauding see Nigeria and Nigerians?
How is that my business? I am only...
It is your business, my business, our business to stop betraying and painting Nigeria black before other countries through cybercrime and any other criminal act.
Hey, are you serious?
I am serious. Don't you know it is the reason people from Nigeria are maltreated wherever they go? Have you stopped to find out why Nigerians are scrutinized and called names in other countries?
Man, I didn't know this my business has anything to do with the image of this country.
Now you know. Please stop it, because EFCC is watching.
Okotoriba. EFCC kwa?
Yes, EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC has been inundated with barrage of complaints from well-meaning Nigerians concerning unauthorized withdrawals from their bank accounts. Investigations by the Commission have linked these menace to automated teller machines, ATM, and debit card swapping or fraud. The modus operandi of fraudsters involved in this nefarious practice involves keeping a debit card of the same bank and, in the guise of helping a confused bank customer at any ATM point, swaps the card in such a hurry that the customer would not notice. They also memorize the PIN used in trying the same fake cards at the same time. These cards get stuck in the machine due to a wrong PIN, and the fraudster quickly abandons the victim, advising him or her to report to the bank while making away with the victim's card to make immediate withdrawals from the account. This card swapping typically happens in any service delivery point, such as point of sale, POS terminals, ATM points, among others. This fraudulent practice is gaining momentum across the country, and the banking public is enjoined to be more cautious in the use of debit cards. In view of the foregoing, the following tips may be useful in avoiding further financial losses by the banking public. 1. Cards should be kept in a safe place always. Whenever you get your card back after making any payment, make sure it is actually your card and not just one that looks similar. 2. Regularly check your bank statement for any unknown transactions. 3. Set transaction alerts to monitor any activity on your account or with your bank card. 4. Cover the keypad with your hand or body when entering your PIN at POS terminal or ATM machines. 5. Do not be in a rush to make a payment or withdrawals. Request for assistance only from officials of the bank. 6. Call for your bank to block your ATM cards immediately when your cards are stuck in the ATM machines or whenever you observe any irregularity. 7. Ensure you know your bank's ATM offline blocking code and quickly make use of it whenever it is misplaced or stolen. 8. Dial the USSD code *966 *911# and follow the pop-up instruction to block your ATM card instantly. The EFCC will not relent in safeguarding personal, corporate and national finances in its quest to rid our nation of all forms of economic and financial crimes.
Rhymes, yeah. Whoa, corruption must to decrease. This is a canker worm disease. When our people go live in peace, When all this nyama nyama go see, I can look back when I
See, now here they work, and now here I the chop. Sometimes this my work, it is very tough, and things go just wrong. But that one don't mean say I go put my hand inside bad things now. I know say if I put my mind to do this work well, I know say I go make am. I don't need put my hand inside bad things. I be mechanical, I dey hustle, and I dey legit.
Ni mai sai da kifi ne, ina jajircewa akan nema, ina sana'ata na gaskiya.
I be a stylist, mu dey legit.
I'm selling phone accessory, I dey hustle and I dey legit.
I'm a sound engineer, I dey hustle and I dey legit.
I'm a tailor, I dey hustle and I dey legit.
I'm a barber, I dey hustle and I dey legit.
I'm a painter, I dey hustle, I dey legit.
I'm a fashion designer, I dey hustle and I dey legit.
Be proud of your hustle. Be legit. Say no to cybercrime.
This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
And that's how we end today's episode of The Eagle. Until we come your way again next week, same time, same station, with another interesting edition. Let's keep the conversation going by sending an email to info@efcc.gov.ng. You can also call us on 0809 3322 644. Use the EFCC mobile app, The Eagle Eye, to report any fraud you see happening around you. You download the app, you follow the steps and report fraud on the go. And you can also take pictures of corrupt practices and upload them. Also, remember to join us every Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. on our web-based town hall meeting called EFCC Connect, where we answer your questions and note your observations of the anti-corruption fight in order to serve you better. I am Aisha Muhammad, leaving you with this words that says, everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated to and passionate about what they do. Nigeria is the only country we have, and we all have to salvage it. So, to economic and financial crimes, goodbye. God bless Nigeria. Please do stay safe, be kind to yourself and to others around you, and do enjoy the rest of the week.